You know, I get asked a lot of times why I don't like swimming in Lake Nipissing, which is one of the lakes here in town. It's basically the one that's off the waterfront. And the reason for that is, when I see articles like this, what's going on in Lake Nipissing? These people caught this fish. Yep, you said it, people. Three-eyed fish, don't even know what kind it is. They think it's a pickerel. I don't know if you'll be able to read that. Kind of probably bubbly and stuff, but we'll give her a go regardless. Yep. Pretty fucked. Like, people are catching all sorts of fish like this, and it's just dick. Three-eyed fish, and some people are catching them with, like, an extra, like, dorsal fin or an extra tail fin, or, like, it's pretty dicked, like, and there's no nuclear reactors around North Bay. Like, we get our power from the Niagara Falls Hydro Dam, or water dam, or, you know, the falls, the dam at the falls. That's where we get our power from. We're not getting it from any nuclear power plant or anything else like that, so it makes no sense why this fish is straight up fucking mutated, you know? And this is the reason why I don't like swimming in lakes, to be honest with you, is because if fish are getting this fucked up in there, you imagine what's gonna happen with them. Like, I don't want to be swimming in the lake and have a bunch of fucking, once we're perched, now piranha come up and eat the shit out of my body. I'm not down with that nonsense. I'd rather swim in a swimming pool that you can see the bottom, you can see if there's anything odd in it, and if there is, you just don't fucking jump in. It's that simple. In a lake, you can only see so far, right? So that's why I'm not a big fan of swimming in lakes. But I saw this and was like, are you serious? I'm freaking scared. Yeah. So in my last vlog, I mentioned that when I was coming back from the Hortons, my car was kind of dragging ass, like you got off the accelerator, and it started losing speed real quick. And I was chatting with Marcel St. Jean about that, and he said I could have ice in my brakes. Now, he has drum brakes on his truck. I have discs all around, and he said you could have some ice in there causing it to basically bind up, even though the brakes are completely separated. He said just get a hammer and go in there and tap, tap, tap. Don't like beat the shit out of it or anything. Just go tap, tap, tap. And we're supposed to get some warm weather there in the very near future. I'm going to see if that clears it up. It could also be that I need new bearings now, which means I need new hubs. Because you got to replace the whole fucking hub to put a bearing in that car. You can't do like the old days where you had them pressed in for cheap. So, I don't know. Whatever. We'll have to see how it rides today to work, and hopefully it makes it there and back and doesn't grenade. But if it does, then that just means that I'm going to probably be buying a truck a lot sooner than I thought. Just saying. Mind you, the other thing it could be is it could be that the tires are getting low on air again. It's so hard to tell with those fucking low profile tires if they're low or not. Like, you look at them, they look fine, they're not like bubbling out, but when they're really flat, then you know they're really flat. But when they're like at 25 to 20 pounds, it's hard to tell. It's impossible to tell. So maybe I'll just pump up the tires again and see, maybe it's just the tires dragging ass because they're low. I don't know. I don't fucking know. All I know is I really wished they had something with 15-inch tires, you know. That's why I was also thinking about getting like a little Econo box or something, like a Dodge Dart or Ford Focus or something like that again, just because they last forever and they fucking go forever. Fill them up once a month and it costs you $40 to fill the tank. I wish it cost me $40 to fill the tank. That's what the Trans Am takes. But not the Gurgler 6. Gurgler 6 is like, fuck you, bitch, $65, $70, or I'm not going nowheres. Yeah. But I should probably get out there and freaking clean off the car and fire it up and check the freaking tire pressures and maybe add some more tire pressures. And it's currently 20 after 3, so we got to get off to work shortly and things. So I should probably get out there and maybe get my air pump going. And I don't even know what temperature is outside right now, but I guarantee you it's minus a lot. Survey says, oh, that's not too bad. It's only minus 12 out. Meanwhile, all you guys in the US are probably going, oh, minus 12, minus 12. Well, what's that in Fahrenheit? Well, let's go minus 1, 2, C, and F, and do. And we are looking at 10 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's 10 Fahrenheit out, which is a hell of a lot better than that minus 42 we had a couple days ago. Some bitch pile of monkey nuts, that sucked. Oh shit. Just got a text from a coworker, and apparently my coworker's mom went to the mall today and bought herself a vape kit. Yup, down with smoking, onward to vaping. That's exactly what happened. Freaking love hearing that. Especially found it was pretty awesome when I was sitting there on Instagram yesterday, and I don't know what she's doing. 1 second here. We'll come back to that. I don't know what she's doing. Like, she's just laying here and kicking and stuff. Looking like a kitten. Oh, you doing, kitten? Look at her. She's so cute. Oh, what a cat. I don't understand what she's doing. Like, is she playing, or she's just bored and restless, or I don't freaking know. It's adorable. It's pretty adorable. Look at her. You want some vape? No? You're not allowed? Okay. But anyway, on Instagram the other day, and what do I see? Was it Dead Mao 5 or Dead Mouse, or I don't know. I don't really listen to his music, but it's like, I guess it's Dead Mouse. Dubstep guy. Anyway, holding in his hand what looks to be a Sigelli mod with this tank on top of it. And he comments, he goes, it's time I think he said something about the time I take my life into my own hands, or something like that, as in, you know, quit smoking cigarettes, start vaping, get your lung capacity back, and then get yourself off the nicotine and start living a life where you're not nicotine dependent, or something like that. Either that, or he just likes the concept of having a fucking lightsaber in his hand. One of the two. Who knows? But Dead Mao, or Dead Mouse, or whatever the fuck his name is, he's done with smokes. He's gone full on vape mode. Activate. So that's pretty friggin' awesome. I love it when celebrities get on board with the vaping, because the more of them that vape, then the less fucking chance it's gonna get shut down, because they'll make a great big campaign and a great big stink about it, and shit will hit the fan. Because unfortunately in this day and age, it seems celebrities get more friggin' attention than God. So, let me go check on the... Oh, shit, yeah. Ho, ho, ho. That back tire, she be fucking on the ground. Okay. I need to throw a key in the ignition and get my filler out and fill that tire right back up. This is bad. Alrighty, tire has 32 pounds of air in it. Or, well, 32 pounds of pressure worth of air, I guess. Not 38 pounds. Just need to disconnect my air pump. Let's hit the road. Well, it seems that's exactly what it was, people. The whole reason why the G6 was a fucking slouch last night. I guess when I parked at Horton's, the way I parked, the tire was sitting a certain way and just started fucking shitting out its air. And I rode home last night with a flat tire. Or it could have been a partial. It could have been down to 15% or whatever, 15 pounds. But either way, it was dragging ass, so... But I know what I need to do. It's just, I'm going to try and make it through the winter with these tires. And then I'm going to bring these rims into... There's a shop up on the hill that I know of, and the guy's a fucking genius when it comes to this nonsense. And I already talked to him and told him what my buddy said. And he's like, oh yeah, he goes, that makes a lot of sense as to what's happening. And literally it's, the tire moves around on the rim. Well, this is what Steve told me. The tire moves around on the rim, you know, when you're cornering and stuff, because it's just, you know, it's being held in there by the pressure of the air, right? So it's like a pressure fitted tire. Because when I watched my buddy put the tire on, because that's one thing that Steve asked me was, did you see him apply any black goop to the rim? No, he did not apply any black goop. He just put the tire on and bead blasted it and, you know, got it on there with a regular bead, and then fucking, thanks for coming out, GG. So I didn't see him bead blast it or anything, or goop it or anything. He goes, okay, because what they need to do is, because the tire's sitting on the rim, it's always moving around, gradually the inner area of the rim will wear itself down, causing rubber to build up around the edge. And what happens is the tire moves around, and all of a sudden it gets on there, and air starts slowly, and this makes perfect sense, because it's not like I'm going to park the car tonight, and then when I come out at midnight, I'm going to have another flat tire. It's going to take like a month, and then she'll deplete herself again. So he said there's like a goop that builds up, and the tire sits on it, and it'll slowly drain itself out. And a lot of people mistake that for your valve cap or valve stem, a faulty valve stem causing it to bleed out. And then they end up bringing the tire into a shop. The shop pulls the tire, you know, replaces the valve stem, but they also sometimes clean up the rim. So then everybody thinks, oh, it's a faulty valve stem. That's what happened to me, faulty valve stem. But in reality, what it is, it could have been a faulty valve stem too, but it was also the goop on the tire allowing air to get by. And like, it's not just in the winter when it happens to me. It happens in the summer, it happens in the spring, the fall. No fucks given. The tire just will magically start draining itself depending on how it's sitting. And normally it's if the valve stem, if I park it and the valve stem's sitting on the ground, like it's on the bottom of the tire, then she'll drain. If I park it and it's on the top, it drains, but not as fast. So I'm gonna say that the problem is on the bottom of the tire where the valve stem is, that there's probably buildup there, and when it's sitting on there, it's pushing off on the buildup, and it allows shit to come out. But, you know, whatever. Back on topic about Blinky the three-eyed fish, eh? What the fuck's really going on there? Because the only thing we really have in this town that pumps any sort of chemical waste into Lake Nipissing is our sewage treatment plant, which is like right there on Lake Nipissing. And it dumps its reservoir right into, like, well, I guess once it treats the water and all that and gets all the shit out and whatnot, and it releases the quote-unquote fresh water into Lake Nipissing. But don't worry, people, that's not where we get our drinking water from. We get our drinking water from Trout Lake, which is the lake closer to my house. And that lake, holy fuck. You want to go for a cold swim when it's plus 30 out? Go to Trout Lake. Lake's so damn deep, it's always cold, no matter where you swim. Fucking freeze your titties off. Just gonna point out I almost got sideswiped by a fucking sunflower there. Pontiac Sunflower came off the on-ramp, almost stoved into me, but she fed herself to the snowbank behind. She had no time to stop until she realized, oh, there's a car there. You come off that off-ramp and they're coming off of it like fucking Seabiscuit, eh? Like, always look ahead, see what lights are red and what lights are green, and then adjust your speed accordingly. But yeah, like back to Blinky, the three-eyed fish. I posted it to Facebook just to see what the Facebook people would say about it. And one guy, I don't know if he's joking or not, but he kind of made a comment that made me wonder. But pickerel, like he said, the lake's probably overpopulated with fish and they're inbreeding. Now, I don't know if inbreeding animal inbreeding is bad. Look at all the inbred fucking Dalmatians when that 101 Dalmatians movie came out. People were just making fucking brother-sister dogs bang just to shit out as many Dalmatian puppies because everybody wanted them. The same applies to Great Danes. You know, when Scooby-Doo came out, everybody's kid wanted a fucking Great Dane so they could have a Scooby-Doo, and people were just mass producing them by getting mommy to bang, friggin' brother-sister bang, and all this friggin' banging between interfamily racial friggin' dogs, just shitting out the retarded animal babies so that everybody in the world could have a fucking Great Dane or a Dalmatian depending on the movie that was hot. Thank God they didn't do that when Beethoven came out. Imagine some fucking inbred demented Beethovens running around. Holy shit, that would be dangerous. St. Bernard's like just fucking, wait a second, that's Cujo. Ha! Wasn't Cujo a St. Bernard? Pretty sure he was a St. Bernard. Yeah, pretty sure he was a St. Bernard. Fucking, I love that. That was like one of my favorite Stephen King movies, is Cujo. Followed up by Christine. Christine was a good one too. So yeah, I just like ADD topic hopped. Fuck's sakes, Adam, get back on target. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, which is Blinky the three-eyed fish. He basically said that the lake is overpopulated and the fish are now inbreeding because, you know, they don't know who to friggin' bang one into. So they're just like, fuck it, we'll do it live, and then they're just getting her done. So my only concern about that is they've complained that Lake Nipissing's pickerel population has diminished big times, and they've recently issued a thing for the natives in the area because they were fishing, like they don't have a limit on what they can catch, and a lot of them will catch fish out of the lake and then sell them at the reserve, and you can get some fresh pickerel for a pretty good price there. But they net the river, like they'll net the lake, throw a net over, catch a fucking ton. Like I got my fishing license, I'm only allowed to capture, or to I can catch as many fish as I want, but I can only keep like 2, or is it 3? 2 or 3, but I'm not allowed, that's all I'm allowed to keep. And I didn't know this, but apparently it's not, you can get 3 every day you go out. No, it's, you can only have 3 in your possession at all times, which means if you bring them home and then you freeze them whole and you don't fillet them, or fillet them, or whatever the hell the term is, if you don't cut them up, we'll go with that, then I theoretically still have 3 fish in my possession. I can't go back out fishing and catch more and keep, I still have 3 in my possession. I got to do something with those 3, eat them, or be an asshole and throw them in the garbage, you know? So that's where a lot of this nonsense comes into play. Where the natives, they could go out and fucking catch like 300 fish and no fucks given. and there was complaints that the pickerel population in Nipissing, and Nipissing is like straight ahead, people, in case you're wondering, that the pickerel population was diminishing so much that people were having problems catching them. They couldn't find them. Oh, I thought I had a headlight out. Fuck, that scared shit out of me. But turns out that the pickerel population is diminished, and they decided, okay, you know what? We gotta do a ban here. So now the natives, they're not allowed to go out and catch 300 fish in a day. They're allowed to catch 10. That's it, until this problem's resolved. Personally, I think that's a good thing, because yeah, like, if they were catching it for their own family's consumption and they weren't selling it, that's one thing. But the fact that they're selling it is like, I don't know. It seems different than, you know, catching fish to survive, to feed your family, to, you know, like, I haven't gone fishing in a while, and when I did go fishing, I never I'd catch a fish, I'd take them off the hook and just fire them back into the water, no matter what the size was. Mainly because I don't know how to fillet them. I don't know how. So in order to, like, not butcher the poor fish, take them off the hook, fire them back in the water, let them go swim around some more. Catch them again, I catch them again, you know. It's a stupid fault for falling for my friggin' lures. Stupid fish. But, yeah, man, like, that lake, and then people are like, how come you don't like swimming in lakes? Well, because I can't see the bottom, and I've seen some fucked up fish. Like, even when we were in the Dominican, we were out in the ocean, and all of a sudden this, I don't know what the fuck it was like, we were only about maybe waist deep in the water, and all of a sudden Dad's sitting there, and this just big fucking, I don't know, sea bass, I guess. I don't know what the fuck it was. It like swooped by. I felt it like go by me, like it didn't hit me or anything, but it went by, and I felt the water current kind of like brush my leg as the fish was cutting through the water. And then it went through Dad's legs, and then it kind of like went and did its own thing and stuff. And I was like, that's it, I'm out. Fucking hate fish. So, couldn't really deal with that. I couldn't. There's something about swimming, or something about going into something where I don't have, I guess that's what it is I don't have the advantage. Like, if a shark comes at me in the water, he's got the upper hand big times, because he's got fins and shit, and he can swim way the fuck faster than I can. So, definitely got the upper hand on me. Pain in the ass, if you ask me. So, that's why I'm like, yeah, I think I'll stick to swimming in swimming pools, preferably regulated ones, or I'll just stay on land because I have legs and no gills, you know? Personally, I think that's the better idea, but to each their own. But anyway, people, I'm at work now. I'm gonna get this shift over with and just hammer on through. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video for what it was. Blinky the three-eyed son of a bitch. And if you did, click that like button. Questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.